वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा लागे आ जाए So we've got about 45 minutes, I think. You start. Has anyone got any questions so far? In the camp, anything? Andy?
Not from the camp, but usual life. You talked about them like how important it is to do it. Like with me, with my personal experience. So I go from here. I know I'm so charged. I'm gonna be doing it. After a while, it just go away. Yeah. It's like and I do listen to camp videos a lot at home. That's why I came here. And it's like I can't rebuild that. It takes me so long to rebuild that. Is there anything I can do to improve myself there?
And what tends to happen is when so the question you may not come through in the camera. The question is about Amrutullah when we're here. It's okay, everything's good, we're boosted. Then we go away from the camp and away from Sangat. Then it dwindles, starts going a bit down. Sometimes goes away, like Bhai was talking about, and that happens. First thing you got to answer is, do you know why it's boosted here? Do you know why you're Amrutullah? Andy?
It's Sangat, right?
Sangat.
We are constantly being reminded of it. We gotta do this.
And then when we go away from it, what happens?
Get back to real life.
That reminder goes away.
And then no one's reminding you, huh? And when no one's reminding you, that's what man does. Man jithe baitha man na, it starts, that environment, it starts becoming like that. The mind starts becoming like that. So when you come away from here, one of the things we've done in UK worked well. We stopped now, but even went to Australia. The WhatsApp group. You have to put your hath jod on the WhatsApp group, and so you have a group of Gursikhs. And they're still doing it in Australia. We started in January, which they're still doing it, which is really good. And so what you do when you wake up, you put your do hat. When you finished your Simran, you do it then as well. So then, if you're only doing 2 minutes, I don't know what so
that would be embarrassing.
That was a useful thing to do. It's useful, to have a group of Gursikhs who want to wake up and do that. The other thing is, it's actually part of my topic here, that Bhai Gurdas Ji tells you about these things, that when we talk about losing our bhakti, Bhai Sahib says, apni deya, our body, kinna chir laga to make it. It takes you, mother gives birth, then she raises it, and parents raise their children, and then they play and they grow, and our body becomes really big. But Bhai Sahib says, all you have to do is to give them 1 drop of poison, Umar Jandi body. It dies with 1 drop of poison. And Bhai Sahib also says that when farmers create cotton, they create cotton and they grow it, and then they make bales of hay and all that kind of stuff, but he says it takes so long to do all of that, to plant it, grow it, and it becomes big, but it takes 1 second. He goes, get a match, you light it, and it in 1 second. And then Bhai Sahib has a third example. He says, Doda buffalo milk, first you raise the buffalo, it grows big, then it starts giving milk, and you put the doda there, and you say, oh, we can drink buffalo milk. But he says, even that milk, he goes, if you put citric acid in the milk, and different things, it goes kharab straight away, the doda. But he says, the body is the same. The bhakti is the same. Because it takes a long time. Tusi sangat with jande, you amrit shak liya, you're doing your nitnem, you're doing all those things. But he says, it only takes 1 small thing. He goes, kisi di nindya kar do, paraya roop dekh lo khana, or anything bad, and he goes, the bhakti is slow, it goes like that. It goes really quick. So Gaimari, what we do when we come away from this, and that's not sometimes it's not our fault. The environment is so bad. It's horrible, no? Negative. And so that's why you need sangat all the time. What I found is if your bhakti is dropped, because everyone know, you don't feel, the G's that gets you back up is you need sangat there, who a bit loopy, you need to get into the kirtan a little bit, you need to find sangat. And when sangat you do it again, then he goes back up again. He comes back. But you've got to be, we've got to be aware of that. Or awareness of your inside. You know, and that's what Guruji says, man al gal karo, or different things. But, you know, the panch rupe amrit lute manmukh nahi bujhe manmukha in this dunya. This is really good. Thonu to pata hai, you saying, I feel it's gone, hai. But jera manmukh, think about manmukh, unko pata hi nahi lagda. Jera manmukh hunda de rehne mein na, bhai, meri tas, I haven't got any bhakti hi. Unko pata hi nahi hai. So this is Guru Sahib's kirpa, to khal deta, but when aa cheez mildi hai, it gives you a taste of it. Now he says, try to make that in your life. And when we do, you know, Simran, Sikhi, you're trying to do it on your own, it's hard, isn't it? Okay. But what you've got to find a way, you've got to find a way where you like doing that. You like doing it. So for instance, one of the good things is, in your house, what really bad idea is to do your nithim in your bedroom. A bad idea. But it's a bit like, you know, students, when you say students, you know, if you tell a student to do their work in their bedroom, that's not a good idea. Because what the bedroom and you say, forget it, right? So you're mixing, the mind's mixed up two things, hasn't it? It's mixed up like kind of sleep and rest, but you try and do effort over here. And that's why Gursikhs, they say to you, koi jagah bana lo in your house, in a way you like doing Simran. And if you can have a room where you're doing Simran, make that your room, then that's really good, huh? Having a separate space in your house where you say, when I sit, because what you'll find, even when Singhs do Amritula, I like to sit in the same space. That's kind of like my space. I get upset when someone's sitting in my space, huh? That's my space. Because the reason is when you're sitting in a space, in the light, if there is any lights coming from the same place, what you see, you know, even though your eyes are closed, your body still knows where it's sitting, huh?
Yeah.
And then it gets used to it. Then when it's sitting there, and every day when it's coming and sitting there, it knows, I do Simran here. I'm supposed to do Simran here, huh? The other thing is that, you know, your day to day, you got to break down your day. In your day, for instance, when you're going to see, you go in education, what do you do?
Work.
You work. So when we're going to work, or routine on that?
I work shift work, that's the biggest issue.
Oh, right. Do you drive to work?
I walk.
You walk. Tika, that's good. Even better. So when you're walking, you know, the walk to work, what mind is a very good thing, that it gets into these routines. Also routine the which tusi bhakti karni hai. Like when I go to work, I've got stairs. And I use those stairs, and you know, you call it washrooms, we call it toilet. And I do the toilet bhi jana. You have to go down the stairs. I make those stairs make your stairs into your Simran. You know, you walk to work, make that into your Simran. Your lunchtime when you're breaking up, make that into your Simran. You're allowed to have a break in your work, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
That break time, make that into your bhakti. So those little small things in your day-to-day life, you make them into bhakti. You don't let them go. So a walk to work's really good. If you're walking, what a bahut changi cheez hai na?
It's not too far.
No? But even if it's 5 minutes, ek kadi, adhi hunde. So Kabir ji saying just 6 minutes bhi ho jaye bhakti.
Yeah, it's...
Kadi 24 minutes hi hundi hai. Half is 12, half is 6. 6 minutes adi bhakti is bahut. I'll talk to you about that on Thursday. Is what Bhai Gurdasi says. He says in your day 24 minutes Bhai Sahib says only saying 24 minutes. Je 24 minutes ek man ek chitna tusi kar sakde ha na, tori duje rest of your day stays very, very, very well. So that's the key. The key thing is, number one is routine. It's jagah where you sit. Time okha. Now, I'm going to talk to you about time. Sometimes, Amartullah, there's a reason why you start waking up at a certain time. Oh, body clock. You need a body clock. Now, don't take this the wrong way. When you go toilet, number 2, to the toilet, all time, this how long do you go toilet? Now, when you start, so let's say you start getting used to waking up at 2 o'clock. If you wake up at 5 o'clock one day or 6 o'clock, then you do that twice, then you do that 3 times. Your body's actually adjusted. So it's not just your need, your body's function has adjusted to that time. That's where you've got to quickly change that back. Because if you don't change it back with that adjustment, the body just works like that. If your need is you're going to wake up at 5, 6 o'clock every day, that's just going to start happening because your body clock's changed. So that another key thing is the time you go to the bathroom and all that, all set time, this time body bhi no jaga jandi hai. Finally, the other thing is that your body clock works in 90 minutes as well, your sleep cycle. So we go through deep, rapid eye movement, fist sleep, and it comes out. So if you start setting your time where it's in between a sleep cycle, tonun jagani aani. So you set your clock. Sometimes you might set a clock and then you say, clock bajya, na bajya, what happened? It actually switched off. It switched in your sleep, it's gone like that. It's actually done it in the sleep. So if you don't work your sleep cycle out correctly, which is 1.5 hours, then 3, then 4.5 hours, then 6, it's the and you find that if you wake up in between the cycle, you're really wide awake, but it only lasts for might last for a few seconds, a minute or something, then it's gone again into the next one. So you have to work that out as well. The mind get sleep cycle and sometimes between 80 and 90 minutes, might be a bit more, 95, something like that. So that's the other thing as well, set your clock correctly. So if you say you might say I'll sleep for 4.5 hours. But then if you try to sleep for 3 hours and 45 minutes, you won't be able to wake up. So that's the system as well. Ultimately, you don't need it after a bit. It might be not a bit, but after time, clock the load as well. You don't sit there waiting for the clock. Say, clock baj gaya, and that clock baj gaya. But yeah, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. And after some time, you won't. But it's also to put the clock a distance away, so you have to get up and do something. But main cheez, when we say it's gone, it's cha. It's cha paida ho janda hai. Bhi tina dekh man chao uthanda. O kad pai gun dasa na. Bhi dekh ke sikhan nu den man vich cha aunda. And that's why Pai Gurdasi said thonu sangat di lod a. And when we find our jobs, is to not settle in a place where we say, well, I'm the only Gursikh there. Unless you're really strong Gursikh. But if you can find sangat jiri sangat de naal thode upagdi karde naal ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ you can do that. Jida Bhai sahab keh rahe, that's fantastic. You set it to your own house. Say now everybody's coming now. I've got to wake up. Like if you have an Amradillah at your house and people are knocking on your door downstairs, changa bhi nahi lagda when your case ki zol bingi hai and you open the door, you say, "Tusi shuru karo, main ishnar karta hu." That's not the greatest response you can give to your 600.
Just another question. I work nights and we do get breaks like an hour and a half and stuff. We do have showers there, and sometimes you try to shower and do it your nittim, and sometimes I'm like, okay, whatever, be lazy and just walk around and do nittim somehow. But a lot of times it feels like I did it, physically I did it, I didn't feel it. And after I come home, it feels like, oh, should I redo it? Because I knew I was wandering around somewhere. And sometimes it feels like, oh, I'm done for the day. Like, because I work nights a lot. So what would you say? Like, is it okay for me to just do it in my break and be okay, or just find some other routine somehow?
Before you do, I'm just curious. Do you have an agenda for the workshop?
It's all fits in my agenda, so it's flexible. So when we talk about, because the reason why I like Bhai Gurdasji's Savaiya is they answer these questions. They answer them, and when we talked about intensity, what Bhai Sahib says is ਜਿਹੜੀ intensity ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਉਸ intensity ਦੇ ਨਾਲ we don't do our bhakti, and he gives an example. He says, you know, we're like, you know, inside a human being ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਾਮ ਹੈ, lust, and Bhai Sahib says ਉਹਦਾ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀ intensity ਦੇ ਨਾਲ we look at another's beauty, ਉਸ intensity ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਨੇਤਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਹਾ ਪਈ ਨੈਣ ਹਿੰਜੇ ਤਰਸ ਦੇ ਕਦ ਪਸੀਦੀਦਾ. He said we haven't used a say ਮੈਂ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਨਾਲ I can see the physical beauty of things, but ਉਸ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਨਾਲ I didn't say intensity ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਮੈਂ ਅੱਖਾਂ yearning for something, they haven't done the same thing. And he says the kan, if you know, when someone tell you something, by some kariji then India karde na, like someone says, imagine you're in a conversation like this and they say, oh that munda ran away with that kuri, or this happened, and a gun just go toot 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 like radar jay ho jande na, and they go like, but then he ho janda, they become like an ultra sensitive cheese. But by Gurdas said ਜਦੋਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਦਾ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਜਿਸ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੇ ਸ਼ਬਦਾਂ ਪਈ ਤੁਮਰੇ ਗੁਣ ਕਿਆ ਕਹਾ ਮੇਰੇ ਸਤਿਗੁਰਾ ਜਬ ਗੁਰ ਬੋਲੇ ਤਾਂ ਬਿਸਮ ਹੋਏ ਜਾਏ. ਜਦੋਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਬੋਲਦੇ ਆ ਮਨ ਬਿਸਮਾਦ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋਏ, is supposed to be going into ਬਿਸਮਾਦ. ਜਿਹੜੀ intensity ਦੇ ਨਾਲ we listen to that news and the ਬਕਵਾਸ really ਹੈ ਨਾ ਦੁਨਿਆਵੀ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ, ਉਸ intensity ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜਦੋਂ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਬੋਲ ਰਹੇ ਆ in the sangat or in the kirtan or in the katha or anything like that, ਉਹ ਫਿਰ ਕਣ ਕਰਨ ਲੱਗਦੇ ਹਨ ਬਸ ਇਹ ਕੀ ਹੈ, you know. And then ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਚਰਨ ਆ ਚਰਨ, Bhai Sahib says even our jeeb, we use our jeeb in the incorrect way, but Bhai Sahib says ਜਦੋਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਠੱਗਣਾ ਆ ਇਨਸਾਨ ਨੇ, he's going to cheat somebody, they'll do both ale dole go all these different directions with their feet, to go and do that. This is when it's time to go to the Guru's darbar, fiki ਪੈਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਚੋ ਰਹਿਣ ਦੇ, ਅੱਜ ਥੱਕੇ ਹੋਏ ਅਸੀਂ ਰਹਿਣ ਦੋ, it's not ਉੱਥੇ ਕੀ ਕਰਨਾ ਜਾ ਕੇ. So Bhai Gurdas describes as an owl, a crow and a snake. ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਜਿਹਦਾ ਉੱਲੂ it only sees in the dark. ਜਦੋਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ can do ਵੱਡੀ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਸ਼ ਨਾ, he'll say forget that, and just, you know, this ਮਾਇਆ ਵਾਲੀ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਇਹ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਚੰਗੀਆਂ ਲੱਗਦੀਆਂ. ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕਾਂ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ, the crow, ਉਹ ਜਦੋਂ ਬੋਲਦੀ ਆ, if you hear the bird singing, there's ਮਿੱਠੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਕਈਆਂ of some birds, but ਕਾਂ ਦੀ is not very, but Bhai Gurdas said that's what we're like. ਆਪਣੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਸੋਹਣੀ ਲੱਗਦੀ ਆ, even though it's corrupt. ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, but also he said ਜਿਹਦਾ ਸੱਪ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ, ਉਹ ਸੱਪ is never your friend. Snake's never your friend. And he says ਉਹ ਸੱਪ, when you think it's your friend, ਉਹ ਡੰਗ ਮਾਰ ਕੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮਾਰ ਦਿੰਦਾ. And there's actually an example of that in UK. We were talking to the other group yesterday. There was a person, he was opening up a albino white cobra sanctuary in England. He only had white snake, these white cobras. They were really beautiful to look at, the janavar. And what he was saying was, these sap will never ever bite me, never, because I feed them. Nanu pata that I'm the owner, I feed them. Well, after about 5-6 months, the report came, he's died, because a snake bit him. One of the snakes, obviously king of cobras, and it bit him and he died. And that's what Bhai Gurdas and man is like that as well. Because in it does that with real intensity. We do that with the great intensity. But when it's time to do the same, to say Guru Sahib di hun bhakti sikhani a, it does it weekly. So what we've got to do, even when we're doing our nitnem, there's a question see about when we're doing our nitnem, oh chit dol gaya fi, chit dol gaya, chit is gone. Yeah. And remember when we talked about Guru Nanak Dev Ji, Guru Nanak's biggest problem with the Qazi was not the fact where he was, or he's in a masjid, or he's praying in a direction. He had no issue with that. He said, you're saying to me, you want me to pray with you. But his jit was over in Kabul and Afghanistan. So Ours is the same. What we've got to be very conscious of, is while I'm sitting here now, even while you're sitting here, where is it? Where is it going? Huh? Is it focused? Is it here? Is Waheguru's Charan still with us now? It wasn't just that we did that Simran earlier on. Huh? We did that Simran earlier on. Is he still there? Because if you could keep that there, then your Nityanim in the morning, that's just like, that's a nice cheese, isn't it? That's a bonus. But what we try to do, but it's gone a bit opposite because we've tried to make that into that's the bit we do, then afterwards we just leave that behind. Because if it's not just a bonus, if it's a nice thing that you're building up all day, when you come into that, that's like, apne gursikhale, wo to sadi party ya. That's our nightclub. That's our, all the cheejan that the dunya is saying, I don't know, when you go work, you meet people on Friday, they're really happy. Bahut khush hunde Friday. The Friday night party night, But Gursikh Lai, so you're building up to your Nityanim every day. So the Nityanim is our party. And if you could do that in Sangat, then the Sangat is even more thing. But if you feel that your man has gone there, I think you can do your Nityanim again. I've done part twice, okay? ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਨੰਦ ਲਈ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ really to do ਰਹਿ ਰਾਸ ਦੋ ਵਾਰੀ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ so right some traveling might do ਰਹਿ ਰਾਸ you say ਚਲੋ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਦੋ ਵਾਰੀ ਕਰ ਲਓ it's okay and so but what we've got to look at is why is it like that, and that's what Guru is making us thinking a little bit more self-conscious about what's going on, because what slowly happens is we become unconscious to that अंदरली चीज की what's really going on. So I could put my bana on here, I look okay, but when you speak to Gursikhs, वो काफी मन कमजोर really. Man is quite weak, It's quite weak. So that's why we've got to keep feeding it. You've got to find ways to keep feeding it. So if you found that, okay, my Nityanim is going, that's not a good state to Gursikh Lai. Because Nityanim, if we brush over Nityanim, that's when we find that, the dunyavi influences, they slowly start getting harder to overcome because we haven't balanced it. We haven't got balance. So certainly, if you feel that it's not happening, even if you do some of your Nityanim, Chetanal, just some of it, has a big effect. It has a big effect because to do all of it is quite a lot, really. Even you can do that for years. Look, Nityanim is quite, we can say we add Bani on the end. But Panj Bani Nityanim, that's a lot of Bani. To do Japji Sahib, Ek Chetana. And remember, the Sakhiya Guru Sahib, the Guru Sahib said to the Gursikh koi hega je Japji Sahib da part, Ek man Ek Chetanal kar loga. Sakhi da pata Guru Har Gobind di Sakhi. And then, so obviously, the Gursikh did it. But in his man, just for one split second, he goes, okay, Kavali Kodi, Guru Sahib, if he gives me one of those, that's going to be great, So even at that time, even his Cheta went slightly off, and Guru Sahib said, here's the horse, because I was going to make you the Guru. So just to do that with Ikmanik Chet, or with Padashahi, really, then you're a Raja if you can do that. A Rani, a Maharani, but to be able to do all that in one jit, that's abhyas, that's pyar, that's love, And I will talk about love tomorrow, in Thursday. That pyar, what is it? If I asked you what love is, तुसी की कहोगे? Love की हुंदी चीज? Love. Expression.
It's doing.
Love
is an action.
It's action.
It's a
Feeling.
Feelings come and go. It's a commitment.
Right.
It's like marriage, right? Once you decide you're going to get married, it's a commitment.
Yeah.
So I think love should be, because these feelings come and go, and you can fall in love and out of love so much. But if you've made a commitment,
can stay though.
Carry it. Like you have to feel it from inside.
But there are going to be times where you stop feeling it. Or you're only
when you
human.
need the action.
Yeah, that's where you need
What's
the
that?
action. Or it
So it's like a cycle.
Yeah, you need both.
Yeah.
Mm.
But you need the commitment. Once you feel the love, you're like, okay, this is it.
Like commitment is doing nitnim every day. Love would be doing it with a feeling that I want to do it. To me, I feel like that's what it should be. I don't know exactly.
But I agree that, I mean, that would be ideal. But in reality, is that real? Like, do you get up in the morning and say, I love this? Or you're like, oh God, I can't believe I'm doing this, right?
That's where we have to be, right? That's the ultimate.
Yeah, I mean, you're always striving.
Yeah.
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਕਿਦਾਂ ਮੁੜਿਆ ਚੁੱਪ ਬੈਠੇ ਆ ਮੂੰਹ ਧਾਰ ਲਿਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੱਸੋ love ਕਿਹੜੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ because if we don't what is it's a hard question because ਸਾਰੀ all Gurbani is talking about love we don't know what love is but when Guru Sahib says pe jin prem kiyo tin hi prabh payo what does that mean do we send Waheguru Valentine card? Is that
would be nice.
Love what is that? Is that love? What's love?
Unconditional connection.
Very good.
That's a good one.
Very good.
Unconditional connection.
Unconditional. But we put it conditional, huh?
But how do you get unconditional love unless it's like the only unconditional love I've experienced is between parents and children. So, I mean, that's interesting because how do you get unconditional?
So, when we talk about parents and children,
It's not, sorry to interrupt,
Wait, what
but
did
it's
you say?
not necessarily unconditional.
you guys can talk. Go on, talk. I like
Parents
it.
and children, because when you read that shabd that the mata raises kid, hoping that he'll take care of him when she is old, it's really necessarily not unconditional because parents do hope that.
That's like my son. I always tell him I go on a Ferrari when he's rich. That's right. Then parents do. I was only kidding, by the way. Nothing
wrong with it.
Yeah, but parents, you're right. They think sanu sukh miluga.
Yeah.
Jo when we're in a vulnerable age,
Yeah.
they're raising it. But interestingly, Bhai Gurdas does talk about that. But jinna pyar a mother to a bacha, and jinna pyar a wife to a husband when he's gone out for a long time and comes back. But what do you think Bhai Gurdas is talking about?
The Guru.
Yeah, one he is actually talking about the Guru, saying that's how the Guru loves the Gursikh more than all of that. All of that multiplied. More than that. Bhai Gurdas he says, Jinnah thode maape ne thwade liye kita, tusi kuch nahi kar sakde to give him back. You can't.
Yeah.
Impossible. Even if I get a Ferrari. Impossible. Jinnah Guru Sahib, but Guru, there's other shouts for Peer, Murida, Pir Hari. Sachi Rase, and then Gavan Parabati. You know, Jera Amrit Vele Tusi you know, when we talked about Lille Majnu Ashki, Chokchaki Jati. Bhai Sahib says, Pir Lille to Majnu. Oh, Sara Khand Brahman Janda, but that was a love story. Sasi Punnu Dosti, O Pir Me Prati, Mehiwal Ko Soni, Netar Dirati, Ranja Heer Bakhani hai. All these, he had mentioned all India, which one of the Gane Gandhe, one of the Likhde, the right stories about them, love story, these are the main things. But Bhai Gurdas says, Peer Murida, Pir Hari, Gavan Parabati. Jera Amrit Vele, when we talk about Nitne, Amrit Vela, Jera Gursikh Jita, O Jabade Uthe, for thy Guru, she goes, Oh, the Kushbini Hega Lele Majnu Ashkia. Kushbini hai. But if you try to define love, what does love mean then? Now, unconditional, that's because when we read Man re kyo shoote bin pyar, that old shabad. But in that shabad, Guru Sahib is telling you love the attributes kiya. Number one, first cheez hai ye jad machi te neera. Without that thing, tusi mar jaoge. Machi loves pani and nahi. Oh, a bahut khush handi pani, but mar jaogi if it doesn't have pani. Can we honestly say, man vich pe se mar jaoge? If we say Guru's not there, mar jaoge? That's one element of love, to say without it, I'll die. That's one element of it, isn't it? The other one is, jehde chakvi suraj a, there's a bird, or chakvi a, it's at night it gets depressed. Depressed ho jandi and it starts running around. It's neend nahi aandi until the suraj nikalda hai. Then it sits there, beh jandi around. It sits there. So the second cheez when we talk about pyar is udik. We say, are we missing Vaheguru? Udik hegi a. The other thing is pyas. Talks about when we talk about the bird waiting for one boond, chatrak boond le wait kar diya. It's waiting for one boond. It's got pyas, it's got thirst. So thirst is a part of love. You see what I'm saying? It's hard to, you can't define love with one but all of them are unconditional. They just sit there, wait. But the fourth part, a lotus sits on the pani. It says no, but the waves come. And but it just stays on the wave. You don't care. So that means, pyar also means, je thonu dukh bhi mil jawe from doing that cheez, tusi sahar longe. Sahar longe, na? That's what love means. And then fifth example Guru Sahib gave, jira hega, when we boil milk, we put milk on the gas. Cooker. When you put it on, the water first dies and it says I'm going to leave the cream. Apne aap nu sacrifice kar dena, that's love. So these are 5 attributes pyar de. They're 5 attributes. And when we say we love something, we did one of our Gurmat classes on pyar. At the end of it, pata ki summarize sare ne kita. We don't love anything.
Yeah.
We don't love anything. Well, kuch bhi love karte si, ene made si. But that wasn't the point. We do love something. Jaisi sacrifice di gal kari hai, asi apna amrit vela sacrifice kar donge to talk to somebody till 11 o'clock at night. That means we love talking to people. Oh pyara. Oh anda pyara. It's pyar. That means we have odik. Well, see, when we talk about a pyas, a real thirst for something. Look how much we thirst. Munde nowadays, they'll do that. Putte kam kar they'll do with and pyas de naal bhi kuch miluga from that. But oh cheez, we don't do the same thing. Guru Sahib lay. So we do love that. We do love something. When we talk about sacrifice, we can hang around with all our friends, right? Guru di galle nahi karde ho. Oh, galle nahi karde. They might even tease you. They might say maadiyan gallan to you. You might not even feel that great when you're in their sangat. But we'll say, theek hai, they're still my friends. So see, oh Sikhi sari sacrifice kar diti. Oh pyar de lai. Think about how we're doing day to day. ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਕਰੀ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ. We're doing our day-to-day relationship. Look at our work. Our work damages our whole Sikhi. We say, ਚਲੋ ਸਾਡੇ manager ਨੇ ਕਹਿਤਾ 11 ਘੰਟੇ ਲਾ ਲਾ. We say, ਚਲੋ ਠੀਕ ਆ. It doesn't matter ਮੇਰੀ routine ਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਹੋ ਜਾਵੇ ਨਾ ਹੋ ਜਾਵੇ. It doesn't matter. So that means I've got love for that. So we have got love. But when we try to apply the same pyar, and we Guru Sahib said, "Jinu prem kiyo tinhi prapaye." Hum asi. Let's just break it down. Guru Sahib ne sacrifice ki kita si. Guru Sahib ne adik keri kiti. Guru Sahib da pyas sadak, what is it? You know, when we say, when we go down through all of the things, the attributes of pyar, when we say unconditionally seva keri kiti ya. And don't get me wrong, they're not like, I'm not saying that you guys, you're like that, no? Because they're doing it unconditionally. You know? What are they going to get from this? What do they want? A gold medal in I What do they want from this? You don't. So they are doing it unconditionally. But our nitnem and our Sikhi and our day-to-day thing and being Gursikh, being Khalsa, being all this, all unconditional. And I like the way Paisa, when he was talking here today, he described that. He said, Sadi hai Guru ne farmaya sanu ki, says, Guru farmaya Gursikh ne karna. Guru Sahib ne kehna, Gursikh ne kar dena. And when we look at certain personalities here, in our Panth, in our history, when we look, Duni Chand, when Guru Sahib said to him, the Gursikhs found out that the Muslims are going to send the Mughals, they're sending a drunken hathi into the Qila, a drunken hathi. And Guru Sahib ne by Duni Chand nu kehta bhai, look, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਹਾਥੀ ਆ ਸਾਡਾ ਵੀ ਹਾਥੀ ਆ, we got Duni Chand. ਉਹ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਦੇ ਛਕਦਾ ਸੀ ਕਈ ਕਿਲੋ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਖਾਂਸਾ ਵੱਡਾ ਸਰੀਰ ਸੀ ਉਹਦਾ, ਕਿ ਸਾਡਾ ਵੀ ਹਾਥੀ ਆ. Now Duni Chand's there again, oh my gosh man, I'm going to have to have a fight with a drunken hathi. He goes, forget that. He says, Hanji, Hanji, Guruji, Hanji, Hanji. Ratanu, he ran away. There's two versions of it. One says he died jumping over the wall. One says, whatever happened, oh, he mar gaya. But then you got Bhai Tarsem. Bhai Tarsem says, Guru ne kehta, I'll do it. He says, मैं मर जाऊंगा, ठीक है, Guru's काम. He says, मैं जीत जाऊंगा, ठीक है, Guru da काम. He says, कुछ भी होया, ठीक है, it's Guru da काम. Now he's ready to sacrifice everything. What the sacrifice is that? And so he loved Guruji. He loved Guruji, you know? So look at that. So that's the, when we start looking at those things, we've got to find pyar, keri cheez vicha. What is pyar? What does it mean? What does it mean? And if we can break our Sikhi down and say, cheez, I'm trying to sacrifice this for that. Asi apne television program sacrifice kar donge? Sometimes we can't. Sometimes we can't. Sometimes we just say, all cheez is much more important to me to watch that nonsense than do this. Can we say, can we do these, have we got anything, that we say, when we listen to the Shabad, slowly it'll get your man. It'll get you one day. You can't get away from that. And that's another, I keep using Bhai Gurdasi's examples. He says, look, there's that little moth that likes the light, because it keeps playing around the light. It keeps playing. And when you look at your lights at home, do you see all the dead things inside? Because it can't resist it. When it's playing around, eventually it just goes straight in and it just dies. And that's what Bhai Gurdasi said, keep your mind like that as well. Keep playing in there, because one day it's just going to have to just say, forget this, I can't do this anymore. It's just going to go straight in. And that's what we've got to keep doing. But we've got to do it out of love. So I don't want to keep talking and bore you. So what do you want to talk about?
Could you explain the difference between man and chet in very simple Punjabi or English?
I'll do that on Thursday.
Okay.
I can do it now as well. We got Soch Shakti, man vich hundi hai. Soch Shakti. So man's thinking.
So isn't that brain?
Hanji?
Soch Shakti, isn't that in brain?
Brain kalo, man kalo.
Do you think they're the same?
No, the brain is a physical cheez of the body, So together that structure makes up something to allow us to kind of understand man, I guess, physically. But brain isn't man, Brain is a physical cheez. What Guru Sahib talks about, man is spiritual. And the reason, why man is spiritual? Is because has Waheguru got a brain?
No.
No, he's never
Has Satguru got a brain?
Yes.
So Satguru now is a brain.
It's the intellect. Brain to me is the intellect.
So intellect hai ki buddhi. Man and buddhi is two separate things, but they're called one. That's called Buddha. But brain, it's not brain. Guru Sahib, if we say, Jo saas giras dhyaye mera har har, so gur sikh guru man pave. Guru da man khush ho janda. But now we say Guru is Sadguru mera sada sada na aave na jaye. O abanashi purg hai sadi raya samay. Guru is not physical cheez, It's not physical as in person. So which man is that? And yesterday when we talked about Guru Gobind Singh Ji, When you say Guru Sahib standing in front of the Prakash of Vaheguru, and it gives Chetana Payo Hamroa, that means Chit is not in body either. Because that's when he's not in a body. It's an Atma standing in front. So when we say man is the thing that's can do, uses buddhi to think about things. Soch, furne, dreams, sare man vich aande hai na. Jehda chit hai the chit has got two key things that it does. One is memory, chete, just again the chete. Simran really is cheta. Just when you see today, if you're sitting here and then all of a sudden you remember I should be doing Simran, वो थोड़ा चेतना कह देता है इसको चेता आ गया चेता. That's why you say cheta. It's called chit. It's from chit, ना. The second thing about chit is वो उदास हो जाता है and खुश हो जाता है मन. It's got emotion in it. The chit has got a lot of emotion in it too, ना. The key one Guru Sahib says where the chit उदास हो जाना, chit on or off कह लो. And that's what I'm saying, when you're doing a Simran, chit on hona chahiye, it shouldn't be off. Because if it's off, it'll go somewhere else. It'll take the thoughts. It'll start taking your mind will connect and take the thoughts. Hanji.
When I first started listening, I would find it a lot more easier to concentrate. Because it's like, oh, but I'm hot of me, right? So when I was first doing my nickname, it was a lot more dhyan. Like one is like I just like it's like speed through it in 45 minutes, and then like on the go kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's like my focus isn't there. And how can I bring that back with these stuff?
So one of the things to think when you're doing Simran and when you're doing Nityanam is, do you hear the words now? When you're doing your part, do you hear the words?
It's like really.
Yeah. Generally, you won't be hearing it, huh? You won't hear it because if you want to hear it, you need surti. Bhaji talks about man. When man and chit come together, what is surti? That's called concentration. Surti utte aa jandi. Hun tusi akkha meeto hun. I'm going to read a shabd to you. Na? Tusi listen to each word. You have to listen to each word. Each word nu sunna tusi. Right? Darshan dekh jivan gur tera puran karm hoye prabh mera ए बिनती सुन प्रभ मेरे दे नाम कर अपने चेरे अपनी शरण राख प्रभ दाते गुर प्रसाद किने विरले जाते सुनो बिनो प्रभ मेरे मीता चरण कमल वसै मेरे चीता नानक एक करे अरदास विसर नाही पूरन गुणतास. Now did you hear the words? Did you hear the words? Yeah. Well now I'm going to say the same thing, and this is a bit of a wrong thing to do, but when I think about langar when I'm saying this, I'm going to say this, think about langar, see what all the delicacies are going to be great. Shakti Parkar Poj, I don't think I know that kind of thing, and how all your friends you're going to meet. And I'm going to do the same shabad again. ठीक है? दर्शन देख जीवा गुर तेरा पूरन कर्म होए प्रभ मेरा ए बिनती सुन प्रभ मेरे दे नाम कर अपने चेरे अपनी शरण राख प्रभ दाते गुर प्रसाद किने विरले जाते सुनो बिनो प्रभ मेरे मीता चरण कमल वसै मेरे चीता नानक एक करे अरदास विसर नाही पूरन गुणतास. So all the fark between those two things is ek chit udhar chale gaya si, one chit stays here. Now when you do part really fast, if we do a part like this, some Gursikhs can do that with dhyan. So I'm not going to say that in a bad way. Some Gursikhs can do that with dhyan. Aam Gursikh can't do that with dhyan. Because what we've done is we've gone over it so fast that it's like, remember we talk about tick box. So my daily routine, job yourself done. And job stuff. So yeah. Job is al pataka. And that's how chuck it over. So we do kind of a controlled bombing on our Nithanim, no? And that's a problem. And if you want to bring Surti into it, this is when we talk about love. When love comes into that now, no? If we love the Guru's bachan, if we love it that much, Satguru bachan tumhare nirgun nistare, what the Guru Sahib the bachan is going to say, mere varge nirgunanu, he can nistar, he can save us, he can save me, you know? So it's about, is that bachan, how much intensity can you do that? And what that all it means is the intensity that we got for everything else. Like that's what I was just trying to say. If your intensity is about the langar, if our intensity is about our friends, it's about bolna, it's about moving that time quickly enough so that we just becomes a routine, then Nithanim becomes your own downfall, you know? It doesn't help you spiritually. And that's, this sad thing, but that after some years, people have done their Amrit, 10 years, and they say, I did Amrit, 10 saal ho gaya, mainu kuch nahi milya. Kinna mara statement hai na? 10 saal Amrit shakinu ho gaya, mainu kuch nahi milya. That's a pretty bad conclusion. And all it is how much can we make that how much can we make that time worthwhile? That's what you've got to be trying to do, make it worthwhile. And sometimes it might be that you have to do one part a lot slower. Just do one of them. Thode savaiye ho, thode holi holi kar lo. Chaupe sahab holi holi kar lo. Japji sahab, do that. Find certain panktiyan that you like. But when you say, Pariye mat papa ke sang, o topa, nave ke rang, naam da rang ki yaad hai. The word rang also means pyar, doesn't it? We say rang lag gaya. Rang doesn't mean we get red colour, throw it on ourselves. When we say lal rang isko laga, doesn't mean his face is more red than the other person's. Lal rang da matlab Guru Sahib used lal rang because he said the most guda rang that you can get is red. That's the most guda rang. And Guru said lali, naam japandari lali. He says, oh lali pyara. That's love. So we've got to try to make it into a love relationship. So one of the things to do in terms of that is do you do Nithanim on your own all the time?
I'm learning slowly, partly for Gurmukhi and Sangha. So it's like I read it in English, or then I'll listen, like if I have time, depending on who I'm with or not, I'll follow the rest in Gurmukhi.
Yeah.
But if I'm not, it's like I'm listening to it, 45-minute version while getting ready and driving to work.
Yeah.
Like that's the worst. That's like the worst case scenario. Oh, that's so pretty good.
Yeah. So when you're driving, that it doesn't help when you're driving to try and. But that's something we should be trying to do bhakti in driving too. But that shouldn't be the bhakti that we like our Nithanim bhakti. If that makes sense. The Nithanim bhakti is sitting down. That's the thing that's going to help us to make the rest of it worthwhile, make it easier for the rest of the day. And the other thing is, when we talk about Sangat as well, I've just found that, when we're doing, I think I've gone over my time, haven't I?
12:30. Yeah, it is.
Oh, terrible. So I'll just finish off with this last thing. We say, Kahu ki Sangat mil, Jeevan Mukht hoye, Kahu ki Sangat mil, Jampur jata hai. Sangat, when I asked some of the Naujwans in Australia, Sangat, and I said, do you regard this as your Sangat? And they said, no. Do you regard this as your Sangat?
It depends.
It's Sangat hai thodi. It depends nahi hai. This is your Sangat. This Shema ka car bana liya si. So 6th ka car this is. So this is your Sangat, and how you use it. This is a madi cheez as well. Bahut madi cheez hai. This is when we were young, first I got telephone when I was 32. When I was 32 years old, that's when I got my first phone. Now these nyane getting it when they're 32 days. So you nyane nu chup karana na iPad de do, and they're going. And then we look, when we ask the parents, how can they how can they get into that thing when really all our lives are like that? We're mental on these screens, and even the television. You know, attention deficit disorder. You know, if you've got children, anyone who's got children, apparently, I'm sure even 1 hour might be, but they said if you put in Nana in front of TV for more than 1 hour a day, the likelihood of getting attention deficit disorder is high. So that means that you're going to send them to school, and the teacher is going to be using these boards and all sorts of stuff, and then Nana's just going to be, what the hell, they can't concentrate. And what they started doing in England, and I don't know if they do it here, was, baby woke up, Nana pa dena, television la dena. 3 hours Nana standing in front of TV while the parents working and doing their stuff. And so when we say kahu ki sangat mil jeevan mukt hoye, everything is our sangat. This is sangat ka. A book's sangat too. Je tusi gurmukh di book pad lo, that's your sangat. That is your sangat. Na? If you watch a video, Sikhi one, that's your sangat. Sangata. But when you watch all of the other things as well, all be sangata. They're all sangat, and Guru Sahib told you how to avoid that thing having a maya effect on you. Is je thoda chitta laga hove. Going back to our point, je chitta laga hove in Vaheguru, then even if you can watch, it doesn't matter. You can watch a boxing video or or something else, and it won't affect you that much. Whereas if you're there going, oh my gosh, what's going to happen next in this, right? And you're totally besotted by it. Fita chitta ta dol gaya, hai na? So one type of sangat is going to make you liberated. Another type of sangat is going to make you go straight to jump. That's what Bhai Gurdas ji keh rahe, kahu ki sangat mil jeevan mukt hoye, kahu ki sangat mil jump ho jata hai. So all sangat, we got to make all of those things. Try to make se sanjog karo mere pyare, jit rasna har naam uchare. That's sanjogs. Try to make as many of those as you can. Sometimes it's not possible to do everything like that for us, while you're young, sometimes so don't want to make it sound like, oh my gosh, what an impossible thing this is. It's not about that. It's about going back to the word pyar again. How much pyar can you give your things for Guruji in your day? Think about it like that, huh? And if you're Nityanim, we can do that with pyar and say it's a sacrifice. I'm giving that time to Guruji and make the most of it. So I'm going to have a conversation. And Bani, just for my very final point, in terms of Bani, even when you're doing Kirtan, even when you're doing Shabad, when you're reading it, can you try to say it in the way Guruji wrote it? Try to say it in the way Guruji wrote it. It's a very different way of, then you won't read it then. You won't just sing it then. Try to say it in the way Guruji wrote it. And that's a final thing. Just think about that. वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा और लंगर से कितने चित लगा सी साडा